Hello friends, this is Kjv-Wide, and today I come to you with another Bible review, a Schuyler Bible, as you guys are able to see. And this is your wide margin Canterbury KJV, okay, black goatskin. It is a beautiful Bible. This particular one comes in a clamshell, okay, box. As you can see, this particular box does not come with a lot of information. And as a good friend of mine said, they don't provide a lot of information because Schuyler, the quality of it speaks for its own. Okay, so I love that. Again, this is your wide margin Canterbury. Okay, it does come once you take it out. It does come in this two papers, keeping it together because of the yap. Okay, very flexible, very elegant Bible. I fell in love with this particular Bible from the beginning. I really loved it. Okay, so as you guys are able to see, you're gonna see the Holy Bible, King James Version, which is my favorite translation, by Schuyler. Okay, their logo, same thing up in the front, right? Just beautiful black goatskin. Smells good. The liner itself, okay, it's not a paste down. This is your good quality Bibles, right? So it's gonna be tucked in underneath, and then perimeter stitch, okay, edge line, Smith sewn for long lasting, so it can actually lay flat as well. So just love this particular Bible. Okay, so you're able to see, right, this liner, it says on the inside, it'll say, goatskin leather cover, which they're referencing the outside of this. Okay, the liner itself, I imagine it might be like a calf split. Okay, I don't think it's a synthetic liner, but I could be mistaken. Maybe there's a type that is you're able to roll it like this, right? Normally you're synthetic, you don't want to do that. Okay, and then of course you're gonna have two pages that are pretty much, okay, glued together. Don't ever undo those, because that is one of the things that's gonna help the long lasting of this Bible. It does lay flat. It does come also with 3 ribbons. Let me pull those out so you guys can actually see, and they are good ribbons. I like them. They're just red. Okay, your head and footer are actually black and red. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I'm trying to take out the third. There it is. Okay, black and red, right? And then your 3 ribbons, which is 3/8. I love it. And one of the things, the other thing that I liked about this particular one is I had never seen the Schuyler maps, okay, from the Schuyler Bibles. I had never seen this. Is the first Schuyler Bible that I own, and so I love the quality of their maps. I really do. I think it's just beautiful. It has 12 maps, okay, so but I'm gonna go back to the beginning again. This will have your presentation, okay, page, which is very nice, a beautiful design that comes with it. So if you wanted to give it to somebody, I want to show you guys also, right, your Smith sewn. Okay, so just trying to put it in an angle where you guys are able to see it. Hopefully you guys can see it there. Okay, continuing with this, so marriages. This is a Bible that you're gonna keep for a long time, so you want to be able to write down the different marriages, the different births and deaths, right, those loved ones. Okay, and then it's gonna go into the Holy Bible. So Schuyler Bibles, wide margin Canterbury KJV, published by Schuyler Publishers. Okay, copyright of 2019. And then the maps, again, this is from 2015 by Schuyler Publishers. So King English Glossary and KJV Bible Concordance, which I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. Those are copyright 2012 by Holman Bible Publishers, okay, which is really good. I like that, to be honest with you. And then you're gonna have your contents, as you guys are able to see, the books of the Bible, right? And then the Old Testament. You're also gonna have, as you can see in here, the New Testament as well. Okay, continuing with this, just so you guys can see the quality of the paper, 40 GSM. Okay, because this is a wide margin, so you guys and the dedicatory and preface, you have the white margins, right? And it's all the way around. And the reason I state that is because some of these Bibles only have, your top, your side or outer margin, your bottom, but nothing by the actual gutter, right? So this one is all the way around. And so when it comes to, the epistle dedicatory, the words are actually going to be kind of small. I'm guessing maybe like a 7.5. It doesn't state it. I'm just, taking an educated guess, right? But you're going to see all of this, right? Translations, the way they translated it. I find this very informative, to be honest with you. But this paper is so easy and beautiful to turn. The Old Testament, okay? So I'm already there. And then the first book of Moses called Genesis. And I'm going to show you guys because this is in a 2-column, okay? And then it's going to have your end of text cross references. Your chapter numbers is going to be in red. It's going to have the drop caps with a beautiful design I'm about to show you guys. It does show you, right? And I forget how you call those, but it does show you where a new paragraph starts, okay? So you know that it's a different thought, right? You will have subtitles as well, which those are actually going to be in black, a little bit, like in the bold. The letter itself, it's a good black. I love it because this is somewhat of a opaque cream color paper, which is again beautiful paper, great quality. Your verse numbers are actually going to be in red, which is going to be so helpful, right, to distinguish the different verses. Okay, so one of the things that I can tell you, this is a type 9. I'm more of a type 10.5. But here's what I'm going to be able to tell you. Since this has the text and the sender surrounded, okay, by the actual white margins all the way around, it makes it so easy to actually read. And since it's a double, column as well with nothing in between, I actually like it. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God, Spirit in capital letter, I personally like that. That is showing, reverence to God, right? To the Almighty, to the Holy Ghost, which is God again, okay? And so it does have in letters, right? If for instance, beginning, and then it's got in front of beginning, it has a letter A, which when you see it on the bottom, it sends you to John 1:1-2, I'm sorry, okay? So that's your cross references, okay? So again, let me show you guys real quick. So this is, your book, the book name, right? In bold black. Your chapter numbers is going to be in red. The subtitles are going to be in bold black. Your drop down capital, right, for the beginning of the chapters. And I'm trying to see, I know it's kind of hard. So in the beginning, before beginning, you have, you have the letter A, which, and then your cross references are going to be in the bottom. Okay, end of text. You're going to see, again, your double column, right? Formatting. I love it. Okay? And it's small. It's not that small to where you cannot read it. If you're wanting to use this particular Bibles, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I was speaking too fast and my throat dried up a little bit. So, but again, going back to this, right? So if you wanted to actually use this particular Bible for like teaching a Bible study or even preaching, in my opinion, despite of my favorite being a 10.5, this 9 is very readable, okay? And I do believe that Schuyler Bibles makes this, the Canterbury KJV, and without the wide margins. And I think that's more a type 11. This particular one is type 9 because they want to give you all that room for notes, all the note takers, okay, out there. Okay, so very beautiful formatting of this particular Bible. Okay, I love it. Let me go. Okay, and actually before I keep going, I went through every single page I haven't read a lot out of this particular Bible, but I have read a little bit, and it does have the italic words, which I actually like those because those show you, right, that those are words that have been inserted to make the text understandable, the translation itself, okay? And personally, I love the KJV because I think it's the best translation out there, in my opinion, okay? Humbly opinion. So, but italic words, okay, I love that, to be honest with you. That way I know that it's not a translation that was inserted to make the actual verse, right, be more understandable in the English language, okay? But I want to keep going. I want to go to the book of maybe Psalms, okay? The formatting, right? The poetic is still verse by verse, but you're going to be able to see it. It's a single column, so it actually makes the difference, right, between your other books and the poetic books. So I particularly love this Bible, okay, for that reason. Let me keep going. This paper, again, being a 40 GSM, is so easy to actually flip around. The quality of this is magnificent. In my opinion, there are no perfect Bibles. That is just my opinion, in all honesty. And why do I say this? There was a couple of pages where there was like small dots. And actually, this is a good one. I hope that you're able to see it. Okay, very small. It's like a gray. So it's like, like a splatter, the ink. But again, it's not a defect, not in my opinion. This is not affecting the quality of the Bible. I did find, 3 or 4 pages that way, very small, minute. But again, it doesn't affect the quality. It's not like I'm gonna return the Bible for that, But in my honest opinion, okay, I own a few of the premium Bibles, okay, from Sonderban and Thomas Nelson, which I love those Bibles because they are so affordable and a great quality. But I'm going to be very honest with you. When it comes to quality, this particular one is going to be hard to beat. When it comes so far from all the Bibles that I own, the quality of this particular Bible, it is just outstanding, remarkable, okay? So let me go. It does have in the same color of red that it has, your chapter number and your dropped, okay, capital letters, right? It's gonna be the same red for the words of Christ. Let me show you. So right now I am in the book of Matthew chapter 16. So really quick, but it is so easy to distinguish the black from the red. I love it, to be honest with you. Another thing that I actually forgot to mention was that when it comes to the cross references right in the bottom, I love the fact that they actually show the verse numbers, okay, the chapter and verses that have any cross references with red. So if you're in 1623, right, and you come here, you got 2 letters, E and F. So I come down here, E and F, real quick. I was able to find it like this. In my opinion, one of my favorite, or probably not necessarily one of my favorites, but the easiest formatting that I believe when it comes to cross references would be end of text cross reference, especially for somebody that is a new Christian. I think that is just amazing. But for me, it does not. And since I have, I've been a Christian for a while now, it doesn't bother me that it's at the end of the text because it presents the Word of God, the text, right, itself, very clean in a double column, nothing in between. And then at the end of the text itself, you're going to have your cross references. To me, it's easy. It's just as easy as having it at the end or even at the center column, okay? That is just my opinion. I do love the different formattings that these different publishers are coming out with in this particular. And so, for this, again, it's a wide margin because it's for note taking. It is a beautiful Bible. I truly do recommend it. I think it's worth the price because, again, especially if you are one of those that likes to make notes, you're going to want to buy one of these Bibles, right? Because it's so beautiful. The thickness, the 40 GSM, right? And just the formatting of it is going to be so beautiful. You're going to be able to keep this great quality Bible for the rest of the Bible of your life. Be able to pass it on down to the different generations, your kids, maybe even your grandkids, So I'm going to continue with this. Actually, let me go if I may, let me go to the beginning of Acts, okay? So you will have the words of Christ right in chapter 1 in red as well. Let me show you guys really quick, okay? So you're going to see, right? You can see it. You're able to identify the words of Christ really easy. Let me go now to the book of Revelation, okay? And I'm going to go to chapter 22. And it's gonna be the same thing. And so in book of Revelation, right, I do believe the first 3 chapters also have, words of Christ in red. So you're able to see the same thing on the last chapter of the Bible. So this is just a beautiful Bible, okay? Now, you're gonna have glossary of terms used in the King James Version. I find this very helpful because English is actually my second language, okay? And this right here, right, is Old English on top of that. So, I wasn't raised with this, okay? So there's gonna be a lot of those words that I find difficult to understand. Some of them, in despite of me not being used to the words, I can figure out what it means. But there's some of them that I'm like, what's it referencing? So when you have the glossary of terms that were used in this King James Version, right, I find it very helpful, for other readers. So I'm going to show you guys real quick, okay, so you can get an idea. You're more than welcome to pause it and read some of those words that you're going to be able to find. And then I'm going to continue, okay, concordance, King James Version. I do love a Bible that has a concordance. The only thing that I personally did not like from this Bible, okay, is the concordance when it comes to the size of the actual lettering. I don't need any prescription glasses, okay? And like I mentioned at the beginning, my favorite type would be like a 10.5, even an 11 if I'm preaching and I have the Bible right in the pulpit, right? But when I come to the concordance, I love the fact that it's a very expanded, right, concordance. It has quite a bit, okay, for you to use, which I love that fact. But when it comes to the type, I'm not an expert, but this is like a 5 or a 6, right? And so it's very small. And so if there's any of you guys that have prescription glasses, you might find this a little bit difficult to see. Preferably, my opinion, okay? Now, I do find it helpful that even in the concordance, you have your white margin, because I know some people might want to use that for notes. Personally, in the concordance, I don't need a white margin. That is just my opinion, okay, my humble opinion. So I would rather have this concordance in a bigger type to where it's, more readable, more friendly, okay? So that is just my opinion. But again, this is a good size concordance. And, since I don't need any prescription glasses, I can read it. So, but I think it's just a downfall of that, okay? Then you're going to have some paper, blank paper. Let's see, I think it's 4 blank papers, okay? This you can use for notes. Then you're going to come, okay, and find, and I'm going to show you. So there was four pages, double-sided, right? So it's 8 and blanks, and then you're gonna find some that are actually lined paper, okay? And let me count them real quick for you. But actually it's let's see. So it's actually 5, I'm sorry, that are blank. And then that's why it was kind of hard to see. There it is. This is more easy. And it is in a 2-column, right? So you can either go all the way across, or if it's easier for you to do 2-column text, right, notes, you can do that as well. I want to say it was 30. I'm trying to count them. I want to say, no, I think it's less than that, but they're double, right? Double-sided. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. So 15 double-sided. So it is 30. And then you're going to go into your Bible maps, okay, by with Dr. Barry J. Beetzel. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, but this is just so elegant Bibles, when I look at it, it is beautiful. And then it points out the 12 different maps that you're going to have, right? Map 1, Rule of the Patriarchs. Number 2, Israel's 12 tribe allotments, okay? Number 3, Route of the Exodus. And so I just love, again, because I had never owned a Schuyler Bible. This is my first Schuyler Bible that I ordered, and I wanted it, I wanted it to be one that I can make notes in, and also that it was, pretty much their top Bible, meaning, that it was a goatskin, right? So I love it. I truly love it. I'm enjoying it, and I do recommend it. And one of the things that I do want to ask from you guys all, right? So again, if you find, the reason I started making the different videos is because for a while I did not know about the different publishers that were out there. My first Bible, I can't even tell you what the publisher was. Even up to my fifth Bible, I can't remember what the publishers were. I'm going to be very honest with you, okay? And so I started getting to know the different publishers out there, the different formattings, right, of the Bible. And so I find that very informative, the different translations, okay, that there are. Personally, I love the King James Version. Second would be NKJV. I do enjoy the NIV or ESV, but this is my favorite ones, okay? And so I wanted to make this Bible reviews and videos, okay? So some of you guys that are like me, like I was in the past, right, can actually make informed decision of, what Bibles are out there, what's the right formatting for me, right? And that way you can make an informed decision and on what kind of Bible and which publisher you should go with. So if you have found this video informative, I'm asking you, you could be a blessing to me, right, by subscribing to my channel. I am trying to grow the channel so that more people can actually get to know. The one thing that I can tell you is that, I will have, Spanish videos as well, which I think is a benefit also, right, for the Spanish population. But, if you haven't done it, please, I ask that, be a blessing to me by subscribing, liking this video so it can actually help with the algorithm of YouTube, and then press that bell so you can be notified with the different videos that I'm going to be coming out with. And most importantly, if you think that this video was informative and that it could be a benefit and a blessing to somebody else, please feel free to share it with them so that they can actually be informed as well. Thank you so much for watching. Your friend Isaac Guevara, and I, hope in Jesus' mighty name that you be blessed. Thank you for watching again.